Hey y'all. So you're never gonna believe this, but I played this whole game thinking I was recording the entire time, and I done goofed, and so now I'm gonna record this. I'm gonna do this whole thing a second time. This is Age of War, alright? This is an old classic Flash game from the past. I'm gonna hit play, and I'm gonna play it on normal. Hopefully I can get this done fairly quickly. But I just wanted to show you all this game. Now, what this game is, this is basically like a war simulator. This is a Flash game, older game, from the 2000s approximately, right? This was one of the first Flash games that I remember playing when I was a kid. And every now and then, I get, a desire to revisit this game. Because I think, overall, I think it's still a fun game that's worth playing, at least every now and then, or at least to try once. It's a fun game, free Flash game from the past. Personally, I would recommend trying it out at least once. But anyway, here's my base. This is the objective of the game. We start in the age of the cavemen, the prehistoric times, right? And we have access to cavemen with clubs and cavemen with slingshots. We also get a special ability where we can rain down fire upon our enemies. We can do a whole Sodom and Gomorrah type thing, right? And what we want to do, we want to defend our base, and we want to defeat this base. Now, I have a fairly consistent strategy that will get us through this game. What I do is I do one melee character and two ranged characters. And this will allow this guy to take the brunt of the force. He's our meat shield, so to speak, right? And these guys are range units, and they're going to support our melee damager, right? And every now and then we do want to use this ability, this special ability, because this will give us free damage. This will give us free kills to raise our money. So our two resources that we need to manage are our experience and the currency. Whoops. Now, the experience is meant to level up the base and the units. And what I mean by that, we need to get 4,000 XP to get to the next space, the next age. The age of war, so to speak, right? Now, every now and then, for the sake of time and enjoyability, I'm probably going to speed through portions of this video. But I will, okay, I'm going to show you another strategy that I use. So once they start sending out, like, dinosaurs, right? Now that's probably the best time to start using the special ability. Because the special ability is going to one-shot the dinosaurs, and that's what's going to raise you the most money quickly, and get you the most experience quickly. Without destroying all of your units. So we're almost through the caveman age. We just need to stick it out and endure. This is a test of endurance, I would say, more than anything. Now, we might be in a bit of trouble, because that... Sheesh, that dino... Okay. I don't like where this is. Oh my... And he's already evolved to the next age, so that's not great, honestly. We might be in a rough spot, but don't worry. We have our special ability. Whoops. Okay, thank God. just in the nick of time. Oh, okay, and now we can go to the next age. So now we're in the medieval age. So as you can see, the computer player is already using knights. And that's what we want to be using too. We want to get our swordsmen and our archers to support him. And as you go through the ages, the units that you gain access to, as well as the special ability, is going to evolve with the ages, right? Whoops. Did I mess that up? Yeah, I messed that up a little bit. That's okay, though. We got two swordsmen. They're gonna duke it out over here, so don't ask me how this ranged unit is destroying everybody. Now, when I was a kid, I used to play... So, okay, this is... this is all of the memories that this game is tied to for me. When I was a wee lad, right? I think I might have been playing this game in elementary school, maybe closer to 6th grade. And for me, a lot of the gaming that I did, at least when it came to the Flash games, was on the weekends. Or, you know, sometimes when I came home at the end of the day. So for me, this game, gives me a lot of memories of, like, Saturday mornings. You know, I would wake up, watch cartoons on the TV, and, you know, after I was done with all that fun stuff, I would go and play some Flash games, right? And the Flash games, the Wild West of Flash games, was a really interesting time, I would say. Because you had these websites like Miniclip, you had Addicting Games, there are a lot of other websites too, but the two I remember the most were Miniclip and Addicting Games. Regrettably, Miniclip, for the most part, is not really a thing anymore, at least it's a shell of what it used to be, in my opinion. But you still have a lot of these games that are preserved on the internet. And I really do appreciate that these old Flash games have been preserved, for the most part, and I hope that they stay preserved. Because I think these are a nice, like, historical piece, a nice, you know, an historical element to how gaming was back in the day, and how it's continued to evolve, you know? Now we're going to use our special ability again, because there's a knight right here, right? Nice. And we're almost at enough experience to get to the next age of war, right? We're really close. Now, if you've noticed, one other thing that you can do in this game is you can buy turrets. So this enemy player, the computer player, has access to this turret. This is like a catapult, sort of, right? And so this is a defensive unit, or a defensive attachment that you can get to protect your base. Now, in my opinion, these are not really worth getting in the earlier ages, but they will be very much worth it later on in the game, and I'll show you what I mean. I will try to leave the website for this game in the description, so that if you're interested and you haven't played this game yet, you can go ahead and check it out. Now, this is not great because the enemy is already... yeah, so the enemy has evolved to the next stage. I can do so too. So we have moved on to the next age. Now we have duelers and musketeers. Now, I don't know how this word is actually pronounced. It says right there, musketeer. But I'm just going to say musketeer, because that's effectively what they are, right? Now, this age of war is interesting, in my opinion, because the special ability... all of the other special abilities have been offensive, but this is the one special ability that is defensive, and I'm going to show you what it does in a moment. Alright, so we have a cannoneer. Now, I would recommend that you use this special ability on the cannoneer. Now, what this special ability will do, once you click it, it's going to heal all of your units. So this cannoneer is being healed as it's going through, and this cannoneer is really good for one-shotting whatever opponent is in front of him. So as you can see, just with him, he's tanking a lot of damage. The musketeers are behind him, and we're actually getting a bit of damage on the base, which is actually really good. I didn't actually think it would be that... I actually didn't think I would get that far. I tell you, man, I've been doing so much better in this game than I have in past years. Although, to be fair, I am playing it on normal. There are much more difficulties, but I'm used to playing this on normal. Now I need 4,500 XP. We're not quite there. We're almost there. Enemy's got a cannoneer, so that might be a little bit of a problem, but I'm going to start using the healing ability. This should help us out quite a bit. Now, there is an interesting thing where the enemy will also kind of get that little glowing effect. I don't know if that means that they're also healing or if it's a glitch. Some sort of like a, how do you say it, a visual glitch. Because I don't think if you use your special ability, it would also heal them. I don't think that's how that works. Now, we might be in a little bit of trouble, but I think... okay, so now we're on to the next age of war. And this is not great. Hopefully... okay, thank God. Oh man. Okay, we're we're in a little bit of a bind, but we should be okay. Okay, thank God. I was about to be like, oh no, I think we're cooked, but we're fine. We're okay. We're okay. Now, one of the things that I always thought was interesting as a kid is the fact that the dueler just has a little knife. I don't know. I think that's kind of something about that I just find kind of interesting. It's like, all right, we're gonna send you to the front lines. Just take your knife. That'll be enough. Alright, so in order to get to the final stage, we want 200,000 XP, which is quite a bit, so we're gonna try to get there as fast as we can. Now I'm gonna drop some of these bombs on these enemies. Hopefully it'll help us out a little bit, and yeah, it helped us out a good amount, so that's good. We're not doing bad. We're doing pretty good so far. We just need to hold the line! Now we're almost have enough XP to get to the next age. Now again, I would say, once they start sending things like tanks, that's a good time to use your special ability. And at this point, we can get to the final age. Now I'm hoping... Okay, good. This enemy or unit is kind of interesting because it's just a guy with a big old, almost like FF7 style sword, a Buster Sword, and he just slices through everything. It's actually kind of satisfying in its own way, honestly. Now this will be the last age of the game, the space age or the future age. I don't know. They don't really have like names for these ages, right? But this is the final point where we want to be. Now what we really need. I'm going to show you the strategy in order to beat this game. The only thing that sucks about this strategy is that it is going to be a little bit more on the defensive side, but it has helped me to get quite a few victories in the past. And so it's pretty consistent, honestly. And it's not too hard to do. It just takes time and it takes some funds. What we want is 100,000 coins because as you can see, the enemy has his own turrets, and there's a specific turret that we want. And I'm going to use a special ability. I do like that special ability because it's pretty concise, it's pretty accurate. It is best to be used on tanks, but there aren't any tanks to use it on, so we're just gonna use it now. Now what we really want, we want this ion ray. You know, as far as I know, I don't know how great these are, but this ion ray is just a death machine. You really want this. Because this ion ray has incredible range, and it does pretty good damage. And if you can get 1 or 2 or 3 of these, maybe even 4, it will absolutely demolish anything that walks in its way. And you'll see what it does in a bit. I'll show you in a moment. I am trying to get all of those funds, but I do have to keep buying units, regrettably. Alright, now we have enough money, so this is really good. We're gonna buy an ion ray. Actually, I'm gonna buy a turret spot because I'm not 100% sure, but I think the higher that the turret is, the more range it gets, but I could be wrong. So what this ray is gonna do, it's gonna slowly whittle down these enemies, and it's gonna help us to raise funds. And as you can see, once that last enemy goes down, all of the extra bullets are gonna hit the base, and that's really what we want. So at this point, I might actually just let the ion ray do its work, and that should be enough to destroy the base, but we'll see. Because really what we want more ion rays. And the ion ray is strong enough that it's just gonna, like, melt the enemies like butter, almost. Now, if I really need to, I'll throw, you know what, I'll just in case, I'm gonna throw a physical unit, a melee unit. Okay, good, good, good. We're almost there. We're getting there. We're doing good, guys. Now, whoops. Alright, hold on. Okay, good. So now we can get a second one. Although I do want it to be a bit higher. We're gonna get a second ion ray. And this will really make short work of a lot of these units. And then the HP starts going down. Okay, I'm gonna add one more. Okay, I think that's the last one we can have. So we're gonna have 3 ion rays. And then it should really start. Yeah, see, so this is the exact point that we want to be. If we really want to, and we might just do it just because we can actually add a 4th one. And this is really, like, this is the winning strategy for this game. It probably works on Impossible as well, or the higher difficulties. But as you can see, like, we don't even have to use units anymore. We've effectively won the game at this point. And this should be the last one. And we did it, guys. We did it. Congratulations, we have won the war of all of the ages. We have defeated everybody, and we have destroyed our enemy. I never noticed this little typo. It's kind of funny how this was also preserved. So yeah, that's Age of War. Age of War is a fun game from my childhood. I just wanted to, let you all know that this game exists. But again, honestly, probably most of you already knew that this game exists. It's a fun game. I think it's good for what it is, a fun free flash game. If you want to check it out, I'll leave the link to it in the description. I would recommend you try it out at least once. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you feel so inclined, you might maybe drop a like or a comment. Any of that'll help. That helps out my channel. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed watching this. And y'all have an excellent day. Take care, and I'll see you all later.